From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, the record-smashing heat continues. In fact, we set an all-time record low, the warmest record low, 84 degrees this morning. The previous record was 83, set back in August of 2010. So your utility bills will certainly feel it. If you can't cool off at night, it just gives the next day a head start. And today, at least 105 for the high. So a couple of 106s come in on the obs, but there's always rounding issues. So we'll have the official number hopefully for you on Acadiana's news channel coming up at 6 o'clock. So let's get into it and talk about what's going on with respect to the records that we continue to set. Already we have the two top longest consecutive stretches of 100-degree weather just this year. We just passed 2,000 today with another 100-degree day. So we have 8 days in a row. We got another at least 5, 6 more before we might see a high of about 99. And we may challenge the 17 days that we saw late July into the first part of August. Unbelievable as you go back and look at all these records. We hadn't had up until 2000 more than 5 days of 100-degree temperatures. And then in the 21st century, it's been a different story and a different climate as well. We won't get into that. But also with the fire situation here, Western Beauregard Parish, the smoke continues to plague Acadiana. It looks like a more definitive southerly wind developing overnight tonight in that part of the world, and then maybe easterly. So most of the smoke will stay mainly toward western Louisiana, central Louisiana through tomorrow evening, and then a lot of that smoke heading northward. We got wildfires going everywhere, but this one here in Western Beauregard Parish by the Singer area has been the worst by far. So as we look at the big ridge of high pressure, not a whole lot changing there. We have an interesting upper level low feature here by the western part of the Yucatan. That's going to drift westward, but it's going to shuttle moisture northward toward the Caribbean. We'll have more on that in just a bit. Meanwhile, locally, finally, we have some action on the local Doppler radars. This is some great news for very few, but hey, beggars can't be choosers in this type of pattern. Scattered storms across southwest Louisiana, a strong storm here in St. Landry Parish. It was a little bit stronger in Point Coupee, and we'll get into St. Landry right now, and we see activity by the Port Barre area, and then just skirting south of the Ville Platte area. You can see Washington. You're going to get some rain nearby, not a whole lot. The best downpours, Ville Platte southward as you head south towards Chaitanya, so that is some good news there. Some much needed rain to settle some of the dust across portions of Acadiana. Then we'll dial into the Lake Charles radar. I have it tuned in extra sensitive because we can pick up on the smoke. And check this out, some showers moving through right where we have the fire. So that's always good news. So some nice storms here across southwest Louisiana. You can see a nice cell here over toward Vinton, crossing the line over toward Vidor, Texas, around to Quincy, a nice cell. Any of these storms will produce gusty, strong and gusty winds, so keep that in mind. Also the cell over here by Ville Platte as well, probably 40, 45 mile-an-hour winds, because with all this heat, you have strong updrafts and then downdrafts. You can easily generate severe storms. So we'll watch this activity into the evening. I think it's beginning to die down. We'll see what it looks like at 6. Meanwhile, we get out into the tropics. It's busy out here. 3 systems we're tracking, including Tropical Storm Franklin. But the area of interest for us is a potential area that's in the Eastern Pacific. It's going to cross Central America and then move northward in the Hurricane Center, giving this about a 50-50 chance of development. But I'll show you why we're not going to be worried about it. Meanwhile, Franklin tropical storm getting stronger with time, expected to become at least a Category 2 storm, could be a 3 and should go just west of Bermuda. So Bermuda is going to have to watch this one as they should get some weather with it. So as we take a look at the Euromodel, this is the area that we're interested in, this moisture that will be pooling through the weekend, maybe weak low pressure developing and then advancing northward. At the same time, we have a trough that is coming in through Acadiana. Hopefully that generates some storms on Monday, and that trough pushes southward, and that forces any tropical system to move generally to the northeast. So Florida will have to be on the lookout for that one. You can see Franklin bombing out and maybe brushing the Canadian Maritimes, and we're back to high and dry. So the fire danger will continue as we head into next week. Temperatures lower a little bit, but at least lower humidity. Near term, quiet overnight tonight, lower 80s tonight with some of that thunderstorm cloud cover, maybe mid 80s again, and up to at least 104, 105 for your high tomorrow. tomorrow. In fact, here are the daytime highs between 103 and 102 for the northern parishes. Maybe some more storms there, 103 to 104 I-10 corridor, and pretty much the same across the coastal parishes. So no major changes with the weather. Overnight tonight, we'll break another record. The low is 78, the record back in 1999. We'll beat that. We'll say 81 for the low. And then for tomorrow, we'll go 104 for the high. The record tomorrow is 100 degrees, so that's a lead pipe cinch that we'll get that. Heat index actually coming down a little bit after tomorrow. We'll see east-southeast winds for tomorrow, but more northerly winds developing with time. Temperatures 103, 104, or 105 through Sunday, Monday. Monday, we have a 40% chance of storms, hopefully, fingers crossed. Then it dries out, lower humidity, but look at these daytime highs. Not much cooler, but at least overnight lows will drop back down. And boy, aren't we looking forward to a 10-day forecast where we're shaking some of those 100-degree temperatures on the back end, but it's not today. More high heat, and any one of those days, those 103, 104, 105 days, we could get 106 or 107. Today, maybe 106. We'll see.
We'll stand by for that. All right, thanks, Rob.